We have Satish Wagh, Executive Chairman and Whole-Time Director at Supriya Lifesciences, joining in to talk to us about lots of pieces which are moving here, including, of course, CDMO. Welcome, sir. It's a pleasure having you here.
Good morning.
So first off, on the CDMO business itself, just talk to us about what this will entail. How quickly will this start to come on stream, grow?
You see, you must have seen the good performance in Q1. The EBITDA, what we delivered is 39%. And as I promised, revenue growth was also 23%. CMO and CDMO projects which we are currently handling, we definitely take off in a short period. We already have got a lot of products and a lot of things in our hand, which we will be concentrating in the next future, and we will do better as far as the markets are concerned in Europe, Latin America, and North America.
Well, Mr. Wagh, this is Varsha. So, as we all know that US Biosecure Act has been passed, now how this will benefit Supriya as a whole?
See, madam, basically, Supriya Lifescience Limited is bound for exports. If you see out of 100%, 90% of our production goes in exports. And we are already in these markets for exports more than 28 years. The major share is Europe, which is almost 48%. We are slowly penetrating into US market, but we are confident in the near future, we will do best in Latin American countries and US.
Mr. Wagh, Mahima also joining in. Talking about the CDMO business, you've entered into a 10-year contract with a European firm recently. So I want to understand that, are there another partnerships that you're looking for? Are they in your horizon? And, I also want to understand that, from a long-term perspective, are you also looking for such long-term collaboration when it comes to the CMO and CDMO space?
As far as CMO and CDMO space is concerned, we are already working with 3 to 4 companies. Because of the confidential agreement, I will not be able to discuss anything. But let me tell you, Supriya's focus is more on the products which are coming all over the world from China. We are going to crack some products which are exclusively manufactured by 3-4 manufacturers in China. Those products will definitely deliver us a better results and better EBITDAs in the next few quarters, and the regular ones will definitely come in the whole of the year.
All right. So where does this go, sir, just in terms of opportunity? While you start to eat into China's market share likely, how quickly are you going to scale this opportunity? How much is this opportunity going to grow by? What do you do currently? You've spoken about 3 contracts that you're working on already. Of course, we're not asking you for specifics, but just in terms of numbers, how does it shape up for you?
Sir, I will just give you a brief. Ambernath site is a new site which will be starting. The module is operational by end of September, and the total capacity will be roughly around about 300 KL. And the Lote Parshuram, our old site, will have another 1020 KL capacity. You can understand the capacity is hugely increased. And these products which we are talking with you, which is a sustainable EBITDA is there, their products are anesthetic, antibiotic, and many more categories.
Understood. And are you confident about holding on to your margin number? Of course, CDMO is a better margin business technically, but your margins are very healthy, 35% plus. Do you expect that kind of margin trajectory to continue even as you continue to scale and grow?
As we told you just now, 2 expansions which we did. One is at our basic site, Lote Parshuram, another is Ambernath. These all products which are coming from our R&D, research and development lab, and these products are ready for operations. These are the products which will give better margins, better EBITDAs than even CMO and CDMO projects. Because exclusively for these products manufactured are in China, and there are only 3 to 4 manufacturers. They are taking care of the entire world market. So we are not going to fight with any manufacturer in India but we are going to take the business from China. And we have seen people are very much interested in signing the contracts and coming forward for these products.
Well, Mr. Wag, just stretching a bit on margins, considering that the future growth would be driven by your new APIs, can we expect some margin pressure? Now, why I'm asking this is because once, until the product matures, could we see that pressure on margins for next maybe 2 years?
It's not like that, madam. See, as I told you, these are exclusively manufactured by China. And today, for last couple of 50 years, I can say China is the only country which is giving all these APIs to all over the world. We have taken the advantage of that and we have developed our own process. And we are currently talking with all over the world, where in US, Latin America, and in Europe, and people have shown interest. They doesn't want to continue more with the Chinese manufacturer, but they prefer to go with Indian manufacturers. And Supriya is going to take away the cream of that product, because there is no competition from India at all. In fact, the domestic market is also requesting us regularly to feed these products in Indian markets, but for better margins, we prefer to continue our share, that is 90% exports and 10% in domestic market.
This new APIs, these will be backward integrated, like the current.
Fully backward integrated, and there won't be any player who will come from India at all, because this chemistry is a very different chemistry itself, and it requires huge investment and the techniques of the process.
All right, Mr. Wag, so then, we want to understand the revenue structure overall. Currently, what is the kind of revenue contribution from new products versus existing products? And going forward, how will the revenue mix shape over, let's say, over 2 years down the line?
Madam, I cannot say anything on numbers are concerned, but I can definitely tell you that we will do our best, because our capacity at Lote Parshuram is increasing, and at Ambernath also increasing. The new basket which will be coming will give almost better revenues and better EBITDAs.
But so just a thought process over the next 3 years. How would revenues compound? Would you double revenues in the next 3 years? Is that something that we can expect in terms of steady state?
Yes, we can definitely say that.
Okay.
We will develop, and we will double up with our better EBITDAs. See, I always believe turnover is not important, but the EBITDA margin in the balance sheet is very important, because that gives you most courage and most whatever things are required as far as companies is concerned. It's a strong balance sheet.
Understood. And just very quickly, with regard to Capex, you've obviously put up a new facility. Any Capex still pending on that facility, or you've pretty much fully incurred all the Capex required? And going forward, what are Capex plans therefore?
Sir, both the manufacturing sites are concerned. The Capex almost 90%, 92% is over.
Got it.
The products, the plants are going for qualifications, and they are ready for operation within another 20-25 days. And in the future, there will be some more Capex required, because Capex is the main thing of the industry. So as the requirement comes, we are ready for the Capex also. There is no need for waiting, because I always believe you should have at least 3 years plan advance with you, so that you understand what are you going to manufacture, how much Capex you are going to do, what is your turnover, what is going to be your EBITDA. That I have really understood in my 39 years of life and my career with the pharma industry.
Got it. Sir, roughly you do 600 crore in terms of top line. You have a margin currently just a little below 35%. You are expecting top line to double. You are expecting margins to be around 35 to 40%. So you'll have nearly 300 to 400 crore of cash flow. Of course, currently you have around 200 crore of cash flow. You're debt free, so there's no interest payout either. So roughly 250 odd to 300 odd crore of cash flow is what you have coming through. where are you going to put to use this, at least for the immediate year or so?
So for the future, we earlier also have given the statement that we have taken a land at Patal Ganga MIDC industrial area at Isambe village. There we are going to have, we have already taken 25 acres of land. The capex has been done towards land is 58 crores. That land will be utilizing for our future.
All right. And, in your Q1 presentation, you had mentioned that there are 18 APIs which are already submitted under the USDMF. So I want to understand what is the progress there and what is the kind of expected timeline for further submissions and approvals going forward?
Ma'am, some of the products, drug master files are on the final stage. Some might take another 6 months to 1 year. But as far as these products are concerned, so small quantities are already being taken by these manufacturers, the buyers, and they are already putting their trial batches.
All right. You've also mentioned that, you're expanding into controlled drugs portfolio. So can you give us more details as to what's happening there?
Few products, like 3-4 products in controlled substances, we are going to add. These controlled substances, again, I'm telling you, are only manufactured by China. They are the major players as far as manufacturing those products are concerned. These products were asked by some of our end users in Europe and US and given an assurance, forwarded the advances also for that, for the R&D is concerned. We have completed, and those products will be penetrated into European markets and US markets. And the basket will be completely full as far as the controlled substances are concerned within the next 6 months to 1 year.
Mr. Wag, your top 3 APIs contribute almost 44% to your top line. Now, where you want to take this number, say in next 2 years, considering you've got new APIs coming online?
Madam, my aim is always, wherever I'm not present, I should be present in that vicinity. If you see today, Supriya is present in 128 countries. We always have a plan, at least to add 5 to 10 countries more and keep our basket growing.
Also, in next 3 years, where you want to take your CDMO contribution to your top line?
Oh, that I cannot tell you right now. But as far as Supriya is concerned, they will take the maximum advantage of the site because they have a capacity of 1100 KLD, which is very high. That entire capacity will be fulfilled within next 2 to 2.5 years, not even 3 years. Within 2 years, we will see that this capacity becomes full. We are confident of that.
Also, this has been history that our H2 has been always bigger than H1. So, is there any change in the trend, or this is likely to continue?
Let's just say, madam, it is sometimes seasonal, but target what we have given to the market or target which we have designed, we will definitely achieve and we will have our share with us.
Understood, sir. Sir, with regard to new product launches, I want to, zoom in a little bit into the near term rather than what we've been looking at more, slightly more longer termish. Just in the near term, what's the kind of product pipeline like? You were planning to launch 2 products by end of FY25. Are you continuing to stick to those timelines, or is there a change in terms of timelines?
The timelines what we have given, before that we will be delivering that. Currently, we are increasing our portfolio in anesthetic segments and any anti-diabetic segment also. Anti-hypertensive also, we are launching one product which will be coming only from China's basket.
Okay. And sir, just last off, with regard to capacity, you've suggested in 2 to 2.5 years, you'll max out capacity at your current plants. So what then? What's the next step? Of course, you've acquired land now. When do you start putting up Capex there?
See, basically the land which we have taken, the land is under environment clearance with the government of Maharashtra. Once the EC comes, we will immediately put up our investments and we have a definite plan what we will be doing at Isambe village and we will proceed for that.
Understood. And with regard to debt, you're largely a debt-free company. Will you continue to remain so? Is that the objective?
Sir, I can tell you, I am always telling that debt-free company should be there. And I made Supriya Lifescience debt-free before going to public also in the share market. And I will continue to move the same way, a debt-free company, and whatever accruals we have on those accruals, we keep on expanding.
Also, Mr. Wagh, your Lote Parshuram facility, US FDA was supposed to come for an audit. Any progress there?
So far, madam, there is no news, but we are ready. Anytime they can definitely come, we are ready for that.
All right, sir, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking, really detailed conversation. Thank you for being candid.
Thank you very much for your time and giving me the opportunity.